Hey everybody, it's been a while since I made a video and I decided to make one again because yesterday I watched The Matrix Resurrections in theaters with my girlfriend and I just felt compelled to make a review about it, mainly because The Matrix has such a big impact on my life. Like, I remember back in the day when the first Matrix came out in like 1998, I think. I was in eighth grade at the time, and I mean, it just completely blew me away. The second and third movies were even better. I saw them in theaters as well back then. I don't know if they really hold up as much as the first one over the years, but it was still really something to see back in the day. Um, but anyway, this is about the fourth Matrix movie here. Um, to say if the movie was good or bad, I can't simply answer that. You know, usually when I make these reviews, I like to go in with a positive attitude, but because I like all sorts of movies. Like, I even like, for example, the movie A Gnome Named Norm. You know, I find something in all movies that I watch that I like. But because The Matrix is so important to me, this review might be a little bit different. It might be a little bit more critical. Um, where to begin? You know, I think the one of the main themes in Resurrection is nostalgia. You know, the movie starts off with them going back to the first movie and seeing that opening scene of Trinity in that hotel room. And when I first saw that yesterday, it was a little cringe because I hate when movies do that. It almost feels like a reboot, or it almost feels like the writer and director was trying to revisit like their glory days or whatever. But once I got into watching the movie, it got a little bit better from there, just a little bit. I mean, I feel like a movie should take you out of your ordinary everyday life and transport you to whatever they're trying to do. But I really felt like I was watching Keanu Reeves live out his middle aged life. Because the way it goes is he's back in the Matrix again. His body is plugged back into the Matrix, and the machines have him believe that he created the Matrix as a video game. He's a video game programmer. You know, um, jeez, really trying to stay positive here. Um, Morpheus is dead in this movie, but Keanu Reeves brings him back as a computer program, and then Morpheus is freed from the program, and he comes back as like a Smith. I think that's how it goes. That's what I interpret it to be. And because he's Morpheus, he realizes that he's more than just a program, and so like these new rebels, they free Morpheus. They give him the red pill, and he wakes up. But he's just like a computer program. But uh, he's able to exist in the real world, even though he's kind of like little bits and pieces, little metal balls or whatever. But anyway, in the movie, Neo and Trinity, they don't know each other. Trinity is also back in the Matrix. Her body's plugged back in, and they happen to run into each other, and they just have a connection, even though they don't really know it. Keanu Reeves, he sees a psychiatrist in the movie. I think the character's name in the movie is the Analyst. And people like him want to keep Neo in the Matrix. They disguise themselves as something else, you know, to use his power and all that. I'm really trying to stay positive here because I love the Matrix, and it's really changed my life. I went home last night and I watched the first Matrix movie again, and the love wasn't there, man. The love was not there in the Matrix Resurrection as the previous films were. I understand just one of the Wachowski sisters was on board in making the movie, and it just seemed like this. It just was. It is not the same. Like for example, it almost, like I said, it almost felt like a reboot, and it's just like a rehashing of all these iconic scenes from the other Matrix movies. Like for example, there's a scene in Resurrections where there's helicopters chasing Neo and Trinity, and they're shooting the machine guns, and all the bullets were raining down, and you had that shot where you're looking up and all the bullets are raining down. There's that scene where Morpheus is training Neo to fight again, and they're in that little dojo and shit, and it just was not the same. It was just not the same. It was very disappointing. And this isn't a good review at all. I'm sorry. There's a part in the movie where like they meet up with Mr. Smith, Agent Smith, and like they're fighting in this warehouse and shit. And that guy from the second Matrix movie, the French guy, he shows up and make a little cameo appearance, and he's just talking about how good things used to be. And that's what I think this movie sums up. It's like trying to get back to the way things were, and it's just not there anymore. We've all grown up, but it doesn't mean you have to be jaded about it, you know. The movie was unnecessary. They didn't need to make a fourth movie because the way it ended, nothing really changed. Nothing really changed at all throughout the whole movie that you didn't already know. And that's what I think about it.